Well, my name is Stacy. Just to be clear, I'm not the Stacy that Samantha talked about in her last joke. My name is Stacy, and I'm a writer. Oh, thank you. In LA, sometimes pronounced waiter. So I work in story development in film and TV, which means I get into these heated debates with other writers about things like, how should we portray the modern American woman? One time, I went back and forth with this writer, a man, who thought he knew more about being a woman than I did. Wow. Yeah. So finally I said, oh my gosh, quit mansplaining the modern American woman to me. And he said, oh, Stacy, I am not mansplaining the modern American woman. Mansplaining is when somebody tries to explain a point of view that they know nothing about. So then I did what any modern American woman would do. I shot him. So I'm also a mom. My kids are in their 20s, but long before they were born, I tried to get pregnant, but I couldn't. So after years of disappointment, my husband and I finally just gave up. We sold our house at the beach and moved to Park City, Utah to ski. Yeah, clearly we weren't smart enough to know that you just need to buy a lift ticket to do that. Not a house. And within a year, I got pregnant. Yeah, but in my defense, isn't that what happens to any woman who moves to Utah? Within 10 minutes, I had 2 sons 3 years apart. That's some fancy Mormon math right there. So now, at this point, I have 2 kids, but so no more skiing, not enough money or time to ski. But I'm still in Utah. But I'm not Mormon. Oh, and by the way, I got a divorce, lost everything except the kids. And spoiler alert, they are not wage earners. By now the comedy just writes itself. But I'm too tired to get on a stage and talk about it. Sleep went out over midnight shows. Juicy Juice replaced Grey Goose vodka. Although I did learn early on, they are good mixed. So eventually, they got a little older and I needed something to do, so I became a lobbyist for Planned Parenthood in Utah. Yeah, I did it because I discovered that they would only teach abstinence for sex education in public schools. Yeah, and I thought, oh gosh, no, not on my watch. No, there's no way my kids are going to grow up thinking that the missionary position involves a bicycle and a doorbell. Also, while I lived in Utah, I ran for and won a seat as a Democratic delegate in the 2008 presidential election. Yeah, real. Yeah, ironically, it's the only time my vote actually ever counted. But don't get too excited about it because, there's just not a lot of Democrats in Utah, so the competition was really slim. The caucus was just 3 people. Me, a Reformed Mormon, and a Wiccan. Yeah, we knew which way the state was going to swing. Yeah. So to soften the blow, I ate an edible, the Wiccan drank some mushroom tea, and the Mormon took a Vicodin. We all voted for Hillary, and we were in bed by 9. The next morning we wake up, and the world had gone to hell. And I thought, wow, what the heck was in that edible? So now I came home, I live here, and I don't really date, but I go out a lot. And I was recently at a party where there was this woman, and she had the biggest diamond ring I'd ever seen. She said it was from her husband. And I said, oh, how nice. Is he here tonight? And she says, yes, he's right here. I had him pressed into a diamond, 2+ carats. Isn't he gorgeous? What do you say to that? He was dead first, right? Yes, lung cancer. Oh, she couldn't wait to tell us all about it. When you're cremated, you can have your ashes pressed into fine jewelry. Isn't that the most practical thing you've ever heard? No. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. But it's true. I looked it up. So now when your husband dies, you can have them made into, diamond earrings. And then for the first time in your marriage, you can say, my husband is a real stud. And he hasn't been this hard since 1992.